They promised performance. They promised range. They promised a new era of electric driving. But what happens when you take the Model Q out of the showroom and into the real world? Today, we put the Model Q to the ultimate test. Real range, real roads, and real charging stations. No simulations. No spec sheet illusions. Just facts. Meet the Model Q, the newest player in the fast-growing world of electric SUVs. With a design that turns heads, specs that challenge the industry giants, and tech that redefines the driving experience. This EV isn't just here to participate. It's here to dominate. In this video, we'll break down the real-world driving range versus EPA estimates. How fast it actually charges, from 10% to 80%. And who this EV is really built for. So if you're thinking about going electric, or just want to see if the Model Q is all hype, stay tuned. Let's start with the walk around. From the outside, the Model Q is sleek, aggressive, and unmistakably modern. With sculpted lines, a closed-off grille, LED lighting signatures, and aero-optimized wheels, it looks every bit the futuristic machine you'd expect from a next-gen EV. Open the doors, and you'll find a cabin that rivals luxury marquez. A massive infotainment display, recycled eco-materials, ambient lighting, and a driver-centric layout that makes everything feel intuitive and clean. Under the skin, the Model Q carries the latest in battery tech. And we're not just here to admire it. We're about to put it through its paces. Officially, the EPA-rated range for the Model Q comes in at 310 miles. Impressive, right? Charging from 10% to 80% on a DC fast charger is claimed to take just 28 minutes, thanks to its 800-volt architecture and a 250 kilowatts max charging rate. But as we all know, official numbers are only part of the story. That's why we took the Model Q through a full day of mixed driving. Highways, city traffic, elevation changes, and real-world conditions that actual drivers experience every day. So, who is this video for? If you're a potential buyer wondering if the Model Q lives up to its hype, if you're an existing EV owner curious about switching brands or upgrading, or even if you're a hardcore EV skeptic looking for raw, unfiltered data, this test is for you. Before we dive into the numbers, let's set the stage. Because this isn't some closed-track lab test. This is about how the Model Q performs when you drive it the way real people do. Everyday commute scenario. We designed this route to reflect what the average American driver experiences during their daily routine. Our loop includes 40% highway driving at around 65 to 70 miles per hour, 40% city traffic with stop-and-go lights, congestion, and low-speed navigation, and 20% suburban cruising, where most EVs balance energy use best. We started with a 100% full charge, reset the trip meter, and tracked the battery percentage, energy consumption in kilowatt-hour per mile, and total mileage driven, all in real time. Typical usage patterns. This wasn't a hypermiling test. No tricks, no eco-mode only drive. We used climate control, played music via Bluetooth, took calls, and even used navigation, all the things that real owners do every day. Because let's be honest, no one buys an EV to baby it every mile. Key data points that influence range. To make this truly fair and useful, we also tracked ambient temperature. It was a mild 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius throughout the day, no extreme heat or cold. Traffic conditions. Moderate congestion in city sections, flowing highway speeds. Elevation changes. Some mild hills, just like you'd encounter on a suburban route. And of course, speed limits and real-world pace. We didn't crawl or race. Just realistic driving. All these variables have a huge effect on EV range, and they're often ignored in manufacturer stats. But here, we want you to see the truth. The Model Q in action, under the same conditions you'd face tomorrow morning on your way to work. Real-world range performance. With our full battery charged to 100%, we set out on our mixed-condition test route. By the end of the loop, which combined city traffic, freeway stretches, and some elevation changes, the Model Q covered 289 miles before hitting 5% battery. That's just 21 miles shy of the EPA-rated 310-mile range. And here's the thing. We didn't drive it gently. AC was on. Music was playing. We kept up with traffic. So for real-world conditions, that's impressive. The efficiency averaged around 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour, which puts it ahead of several competitors in its class. Charging stops and locations. We strategically planned 3 charging scenarios to reflect what most EV owners will encounter. Urban DC fast charger, 250 kilowatts max. Located at a public shopping plaza. Highway superfast station, Electrify America. Positioned near a major interstate. Level 2 home charger. For overnight recharging at a standard residential outlet. At the first fast charger, we arrived with 12% battery. Within 26 minutes, we hit 80%. That's almost exactly what the manufacturer claims. Quick, efficient, and stress-free. On the highway stop, we tested another fast charger with a lower 150 kilowatts peak. This time, a 20% to 80% jump took about 36 minutes. Not ideal, but still manageable for road trips, especially with access to food and restrooms nearby. And at home, we plugged into a level 2 charger overnight. The car regained about 28 miles of range per hour, topping up from 15% to 100% in just under 9 hours. Perfect for daily use. Charging time analysis. So how does it all break down? DC fast, 250 kilowatts 10 to 80% in 26 minutes. DC fast, 150 kilowatts 20 to 80% in 36 minutes. Level 2, home, full recharge overnight, 9 hours. The takeaway? The Model Q is not just fast on the road. It's fast at the plug, too. Whether you're road tripping or recharging while you sleep, it adapts to your lifestyle. Level 2 charging, everyday convenience. Let's talk Level 2 charging, the backbone of daily EV life. Whether you're charging at home overnight or topping up while you're parked at work, Level 2 chargers are the most accessible and cost-effective way to keep your Model Q ready to roll. Public Level 2 chargers are everywhere now, from malls and grocery stores to office buildings and parking garages. Private charging at home is even better. A standard 240V outlet and a dedicated wall box can fully charge your Model Q from 10% to 100% in about 8 to 9 hours. That's perfect for overnight, and you'll wake up every morning with a full tank. And here's the kicker. Many states offer rebates or tax incentives for installing a Level 2 charger at home. It's convenient, smart, and saves money long-term. Fast charging networks. Built for the open road. When you're out on the highway or taking a road trip, DC fast charging is your best friend. And the good news is, the U.S. is building one of the most comprehensive fast charging networks in the world. On our test route, we had access to Electrify America, EVgo, ChargePoint DC stations. Most of these support CCS connectors, which the Model Q uses. And with support for up to 250 kilowatts, you're looking at 10% to 80% in under 30 minutes, depending on the charger's output and network load. Planning your trip? Apps like PlugShare and a better route planner help locate chargers in real time, check availability, and even suggest optimal stops based on your remaining battery. Charging tips. How to maximize efficiency. If you're new to EVs, here are 3 essential tips to get the most out of every charge. Precondition the battery. On cold or hot days, use the Model Q's app to warm up or cool down the battery before you plug in. This shortens charging time and increases range. Use scheduled charging. Set your Model Q to charge during off-peak hours at night. It's often cheaper and reduces load on the grid. Know your charging modes. On fast chargers, always make sure the vehicle is in max charge or performance mode to get the full kW rate. For overnight charging, use Eco mode to protect the battery and extend long-term health. Overall experience: balanced, confident, and impressive. After spending a full day on the road with the Model Q, one thing is clear. This EV isn't just about sleek lines and modern tech. It's about delivering a complete real-world driving experience. From the smooth power delivery and comfortable cabin to the impressive real-world range of 289 miles, the Model Q checks nearly every box for both daily drivers and weekend adventurers. It's not just an EV that works. It's an EV that excels in real life. Range anxiety? Consider handled. Let's be honest. Range anxiety is still a major concern for many people thinking about going electric. But the Model Q? It goes a long way toward eliminating that fear. With close to EPA real-world range, rapid charging that gets you back on the road in under 30 minutes, and a growing nationwide fast-charging network that's easy to navigate, you start to realize it's less about what you're giving up and more about how much more convenient electric driving can be. For the average American, this car doesn't just fit into your life, it improves it. Your turn. Join the conversation. If you've been on the fence about EVs or wondering how real-world charging works, I hope this video gave you the clarity you need. Back-end index pointing right, what do you think about the Model Q? Back-end index pointing right, have you test-driven one? Are you considering buying your first EV? Speech Balloon, drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences and questions. Thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Bell, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dive EV reviews, comparisons, and road tests. We've got some exciting content coming your way. Pushpin, thanks for watching, and until next time, drive smarter, charge faster, and enjoy the ride.